welcome to our English online class. Let's proceed to our lesson for this week. Get your student book and turn to page 10. Get your student book and turn to page 10. So this week we are going to learn grammar. We are going to focus on grammar. We are going to do exercise 1, right? So you can turn your student book to page 10. Let's start our lesson. Lesson 3 is all about grammar, okay? So this time, I have here a picture. What we will do is we will do ask and answer. We will do ask and answer. So take a look at these pictures. These are pictures of boys and girls from different countries. This is Ji Young. She's 8 and she's from South Korea. This is Tom. He's 10 and he's from Australia. This is Ellie. She's 9. She's from Australia. This is Billy. He's 8. He's from Australia. This is Yoonhee. She's 9 and she's from South Korea. This is Jack. He's 10. He's from the USA. This is Zoe. She's 8 and she's from Australia. This is Carl. He's 8 and he's from the USA. What we will do now is we will read a question. Let's read this. She's 8. She's from South Korea. Who is she? She's 8. That means she. That means it's a girl. She's 8. She's 8 years old. So let's look for the girl who's 8 years old. Let's look at the picture. Here we have Zoe. Zoe is 8 and Ji Young is 8. She's from South Korea. She's from South Korea. Okay, so we have here, we have Ji Young. She's 8. And we have Zoe. She's 8 too. The question is, she's 8. She's from South Korea. Who is she? Of course, Zoe is from Australia, so it's not Zoe. The answer would be Ji Young, because Ji Young is from South Korea. So our answer is, it's Ji Young. Let's try another one. Let's try to answer this. Look at the pictures and read the question. He's 10. So let's circle the boys who are 10 years old. His, when you say his, it's a boy. So let's look for a boy that is 10 years old. Okay, so this is Tom. He's 10. And we have Jack, who is also 10 years old. Now, he's 10. He's from Australia. He's from Australia. Now, let's look at the picture. We have here Jack, 10 years old. Tom, 10 years old. Who's from Australia? Who is he? Is it Jack or is it Tom? Of course, it's not Jack. So we will cross out Jack. And the answer would be Tom. It's Tom. Let's try to answer another one. Look at the pictures carefully. Let's read. He's 8. Again, look at our pronoun. He's 8. That means it's a boy. So let's look for a boy who's 8 years old. This we have Billy. And then we have Carl. He's 8. He's from the USA. Who's 8 years old and from the USA? Who is he? Of course, it's not Billy. Not Billy. So our answer would be, it's Carl. Right? So let's proceed. Now, let's try to answer this. She's 9. She's 9. She's, that means it's a girl. So let's look for the girl who's 9 years old. So we have here Ellie, who's 9, and Yoonhee, 9. So we have two girls that are 9 years old. She's from Australia. She's from Australia. Now, who's from Australia? Is it Yoonhee or Ellie? Who is she? The answer is, it's Ellie. Yes. So let's try to answer this one. He's 8. He's, that means it's a boy. He's 8. So let's look for a boy that's 8 years old. Here we have Billy, 8 years old. And we have Carl, 8 years old. He's 8. He's from Australia. Who's from Australia? Who's from Australia? Is it Carl or is it Billy? Who is he? He's 8. He's from Australia. Who is he? The answer is Billy. Yes, the answer is Billy. Let's try to answer this one. She's 9. She's 9. When you say she's, that means it refers to a girl. She's 9. Let's look for the girl who's 9 years old. Here we have Ellie, 9, and Yoonhee, 9. She's 9. She's from South Korea. She's from South Korea. Who's from South Korea? Is it Ellie or Yoonhee? Who is she? The answer is, yes, it's Yoonhee. Very good. Let's proceed. Let's read this one. He's 10. He's 10. He's. That means it's a boy. He's 10. He's from the USA. Okay, so he's 10. So we have Tom, 10, and Jack, 10. He's 10 and he's from the USA. Who's from the USA? Who is he? Is it Tom or Jack? The answer is, it's Jack. Yes. Okay, so let's proceed. Another one. Let's read this. She's 8. She's 8. That means it's a girl. So let's circle the girls who are 8 years old. We have Hiyong and Billy is not a girl. Billy is a boy. So we have Zoe. Hiyong and Zoe. She's 8. She's from Australia. She's from Australia. Who's the girl from Australia? That's 8 years old. She's 8. She's from Australia. Who is she? Is it Jiyoung or is it Zoe? The answer is it's Zoe. Yes. All right. So now, that's all for our ask and answer. This time, what we will do is we will write about 3 people. Okay? We will write about 3 people. So let's look at the pictures. Here we have again Jiyoung, 8, Tom, 10, Ellie, 9. Jiyoung, 8. She's from South Korea. Tom is 10. He's from Australia. Ellie is 9. She's from Australia. This is Billy. He's 8. He's from Australia. Yoonhee is 9. She's from South Korea. Jock is 10. He's from the USA. Zoe is 8. She's from Australia. Carl is 8. He's from the USA. So this time we will write about 3 people, right? So let's try this one. This is our example. Jiyoung is 8. So let's start with Jiyoung. Let's start with Jiyoung. Okay, so we will start with Jiyoung. Jiyoung is 8. She's from South Korea. Right? Jiyoung is 8. She's from South Korea. That's our example. So let's try to write about 3 people. Let's start with number 1. So let's write about Tom. Let's write about Tom. The information is Tom is 10 and he's from Australia. So let's write about Tom. How do we write about Tom? Here, let's read. Tom is 10. Okay? Tom is 10. So write about his age. He's 10 years old. And write about the country where he comes from. He's from Australia. Look here. He's from Australia. Tom is from what country? Australia. Okay, so let's proceed to number 2. Still, we will write about 3 people. So we're done with Jiyoung, finished. Tom, finished. Now let's move to Ellie. Let's write about Ellie. Let's write about Ellie. How do we write about Ellie? Like this. Ellie is 9. Ellie is 9. Here. See, that's Ellie's age. So you write Ellie's age. Ellie is 9. She. We use she because she's a girl. Okay? She is referring to a girl. She, and then the short form of is, she is, we use apostrophe S. She's from which country? From Australia. She's from Australia. So this is how you are going to write about 3 people. First, you have to write their name, of course. Write about them. Ellie, what about them? Ellie is 9. So here, write the age. Write the number in words. Ellie is 9. She's, we use our pronoun she plus apostrophe S. From, that means the country that she came from, and the name of the country. So that's it. Okay, so we still have another example. So this is number 2. Let's go to our example number 3. Write about 3 people. We're done with Jiyoung. Finish. Now we're finished with Tom. Ellie also is finished. So we'll write about Billy. This time, let's write about Billy. Okay? So let's write here. Billy is 8. Billy is 8. Year 8. Billy is 8 years old. Billy is 8. His. We use the pronoun his, he because he is a boy. And then we add apostrophe S. He is from. From which country? He's from Australia. He's from Australia. Alright, so that's how you write about these people. So our class activity is, this is your homework, okay? This will be your homework. So on page 10, write about 4 people. Put this one in your English notebook, okay? Your homework, this is your homework. Write this in your English notebook, and once you are done, send your homework to my messenger, not in the group. Send your homework to my messenger. What you will do is you will write about 4 people. Write about 4 people. So we're done with this one, finished already. We've write about Gio, Tom, finished. Ellie, finished. Billy, finished. Okay, so write about Yoonhee. Write about Yoonhee. Write about Jack. Okay. Write about Zoe. And write about Carl. So this is your homework. Write about 4 people. Write about Yoonhee, Jack, Zoe, and Carl. Write it on your English notebook, and once you are done, take a photo and send to my messenger. Alright? So that's all